Welcome to the Inclusion for All Review of the Year for 2016. Inclusion for All started the year by delivering for the third year in a row training for teachers taking part in the Amnesty International Teachers Programme. In January, Inclusion for All founder Sean Delenti also spoke at the Amnesty International Regional Conference at the Royal Latin School in Buckingham. We've continued to deliver positive LGBT inclusion assemblies around the country. Inclusion for All provided training at a number of high-profile events run by Show Racism the Red Card, which were held at national football stadiums across the country. Inclusion for All continues to work with education professionals right across the UK. In January, Sean Delenti was invited by the Mayor of Southwark to light a candle on behalf of the LGBT community who were affected by the Holocaust at the Imperial War Museum as part of the Holocaust Day commemoration service. Once again this year, we were invited to Westminster to advise on policy and delivered a number of high-profile talks around the country at banks, businesses, schools and universities. An ongoing project throughout this year has been our work with Sarah Ellis of Hyperfusion Theatre Company, which has also had financial support from the NHS, from Southwark Council and from Brighton Actually Gay Men's Chorus. We have been collaborating on a groundbreaking play called Boy. Developed from focus groups with young people in schools, Boy aims to challenge homophobia and identity-based prejudice by using real stories to inspire and produce interactive theatre which involves young people in making informed, positive life choices. In May, in another groundbreaking move, Sean Delenti was invited to the Isle of Man to speak in Douglas at the inaugural International Diversity Conference, alongside a world-class lineup of diversity speakers. So well received was Sean's speech that he has been invited to work on positive LGBT inclusion with schools on the Isle of Man in 2017. In May, Sean was invited to Southwark Cathedral, where he was presented with the Mayor's highest civic honour for his LGBT inclusion work around the country and abroad. In the same week in May, Sean won the Education Diversity Champion Award at the Excellence in Diversity Awards in Leeds. Also in May, Inclusion for All founder Sean Delenti was honoured with a Points of Light Award by then Prime Minister David Cameron at number 10 Downing Street. Three awards in 1 week was a tremendous recognition of the work Inclusion for All has achieved since 2009. But it's not about awards, it's about the messages, and that work went on. In the summer, Inclusion for All again had a high-profile presence at Pride in London, supported by friends, colleagues, and increasingly a number of young people. In the second part of the year, our collaboration with Hyperfusion Theatre Company, anti-homophobia and identity-based bullying play Boy went back on the road, changing hearts and minds in schools around the country. The response to Boy has been highly positive, and this led to an invitation to perform the play in the Houses of Parliament in November. As a result of this and other work, Hyperfusion Theatre Company founder Sarah Ellis was shortlisted at the European Diversity Awards. In 2017, Boy will be touring once again to coincide with LGBT History Month. Throughout 2016, a wide range of opportunities has afforded Inclusion for All the privilege of changing hearts and minds, not just across the United Kingdom, but further afield as well. 2016 also saw our first Inclusion for All wedding, when Inclusion for All founder Sean Delenti married his long-term partner Michael Donovan in the Houses of Parliament. Sean and Mike spent time on their honeymoon promoting Inclusion for All's work at Vancouver Pride. Another busy year for Inclusion for All, but our work is still much needed. If you would like Inclusion for All's work in your school or community, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you all for your support this year.